Hey guys, it's Chey. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and if you're not, hey boo. So happy new year. For today's video, I am giving you my 2025 favorite products of the year. And I'm definitely channeling my inner King Kylie, and I really like how this look turned out. For 2025, I was really trying to hold back and to just be mindful of my spending. You guys know the economy that we're in, everything is super expensive. So I was trying to play with the products that I have in my collection, but I also was having FOMO with some of the new releases. There were lots of new launches. So if you guys want to see what my favorite products from 2025 were, then you already know the drill. If you like it here, if you like my vibe, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And without any further ado, we're going to get into my 2025 beauty favorites. Starting off with the first product, we're going to kind of go in order of how I do my skin. So of course we're going to start with skin prep, and Miss Shelby Ann in her viral drugstore base routine literally had me in a chokehold, okay? And the star of the show for skincare for me was definitely the THAYERS Milky Toner. As you guys can see, I am pretty much almost all done with this Milky Toner. And what I like about this toner is that it is very hydrating, it's moisturizing, it doesn't leave the skin feeling stripped at all. It feels so refreshing. And honestly, with the colder months or just in general, this is definitely a staple to have. I would highly recommend this Milky Toner to anyone, no matter if you're oily, dry, combination. This is great morning or night, so this was definitely something I was heavily using. Now when it comes to primer, I'm not usually one to switch up the primer, but I actually won this primer in a giveaway from Miss Kendall Alfred, and that is going to be the DANESSA MYRICKS Blurring Balm Powder. Now this is the Universal Radiant, so this one is clear, but it does give like a gold sheen to the face, but it still has that mattifying technology, so I get the best of both worlds. I get long-lasting makeup while also getting that glow from within. I'm already putting a dent in here already. I did use up my regular Universal, so I am slowly getting through this one, and I just love this product down. This is definitely a staple whenever I want my makeup to last all day and to stay matte. This is the primer I'm going to be using. And because I was kind of in my glowy skin era, I actually picked up this LUMI GLOTION from L'OREAL. This one really just gives a nice glow to the skin. It's kind of similar to like the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless, but this is just more glittery, more glow. You can use this as body glow, mix it in with lotion, and it just makes the skin look gorgeous. I have been seeing the girlies on TikTok use it, and I was like, you know, I don't think I've ever tried this product, and I love to actually mix it in whenever I'm using foundation. That was pretty much it for skin prep, so now we're gonna get into foundations. And for me, there were only two foundations that really stood out for 2025. We're gonna start with the more affordable product, and that is gonna be the Maybelline 30 Hour Wear Foundation. I am in the shade 355, and what I love about this is that it's skin-like, it is soft matte, it's not super drying. I honestly haven't used a really good drugstore foundation in a while. I didn't really have high expectations for this foundation, but when I used this, I was absolutely shook. Now for me, I am in the shade 355 Coconut, and it is a little warm on me, so I also ended up utilizing this next product as well, and that is going to be the LA Girl Blue Pigment. I can get away with using this on its own, but it's just a little orange, a little oompa loopy, just a teensy tiny bit. So adding just one pump of this literally gives me my perfect match, because this is really close. And that's usually why I don't gravitate towards drugstore foundations, because they're just a little bit too warm when it comes to my shade. But having this blue pigment from LA Girl is a literal lifesaver. I don't know why I haven't had this in my collection sooner. I did have the concealer that I was using. This is definitely very handy, and it saved a lot of my foundations in my collection. The next foundation that I just was so in love with for 2025 is the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation. Y'all, when I say if you are oily skin and you work long hours and you need your makeup to stay, baby, this is it, okay? I took this to North Carolina when I was going to the Dreamville Fest, and when I tell you my face was beat all day, okay? All day. I think I put this on at like maybe like 9-10 o'clock in the morning, and I was up till I want to say after midnight. I think it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when I came home, and y'all, my face was literally beat. And with this foundation, it is my perfect match. I am in the shade 28 medium deep, and it was so good I had to get a couple backups because I love it that much. Now, she is very matte. If I'm going to use this with the DANESSA MYRICKS Blurring Balm powder, I definitely try to use more hydrating products, because when I say the face is matte, it is a matte. It is not budging. It is not going anywhere. So this is definitely a summer staple for me. When it comes to concealer, I'm very much a creature of habit. So unfortunately, I don't really have a new concealer, but I did try out a new shade in a concealer that I already use, and that's gonna be the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. This is a new shade for me, and looking at it, I wouldn't think that it would be literally perfect, but it is. This is the shade Tan Walnut, and what I love about this is that it is a neutral, okay? This is a neutral concealer, and this is what it looks like. It's not too warm. It does give me some brightness, but it's not super yellow leaning or peachy leaning, so this is literally perfect for me. So I've been really gravitating towards this when I want more of that like natural under eye, and the e.l.f. Camo concealers are really amazing. I already love the formula, so this was just a new shade to me and I really enjoyed it. I feel like this was literally the year of like bronzer and blush for me. I really was enjoying a lot of complexion products. So we're gonna start with bronzer. The first bronzer we're going to talk about is the cream one from LYS. They did do a shade extension. I cannot find mine for some reason. I had it out and it just disappeared, but I have literally been obsessed with the shade called Honest. I am wearing it today on the skin, and as you can see, it's very skin-like. It's not too warm. It's a very neutral but not too orange, and I really been loving that bronzer. The next bronzers that I've really been loving as well are the ones from Pink Honey. These are the BFF face frostings, and these bronzers do come in 30 shades. It is a UK brand, and the shade I've been using the most is called Bourbon Bliss. This is what Bourbon Bliss looks like. It's neutral, it's rich, the shade is so gorgeous. Let me just swatch it for you guys, but that is what Bourbon Bliss looks like. It's so beautiful. It really blends like a dream, and what I love about these products is that a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to be heavy-handed. I find with some bronzers you really have to build them up and then it gets patchy, muddy, but not with these. They literally just melt into the skin. The UK brands were really just doing it for me this year, and unfortunately it sucked to have like tariffs in that, because it really did interfere with my shopping. So unfortunately I had to like skip and pass and really pick and choose on where I wanted to spend the coin. But baby, y'all know I had to spend some money on some Made by Mitchell. They did release a new curve case in medium deep, so I did get the curve case cream and pressed. Okay, and I really love them down. Made by Mitchell also came out with these in a matte formula, so if you don't really like the original formula, they do have a matte version. I'm not gonna get the matte one because I really do like the versatility of this one. The bronzers in here really are gorgeous. The only shade that I really don't like is Very Berry right here. I feel like we could have had something more like pinky. And then I wanted to try his pressed formula. Now at first when he came out with this, I was not interested in it because I have a bunch of bronzers and blushes, but I just love the convenience of a palette. So it's literally the same as the cream, just powder version. This is what it looks like. So you get the exact same shades, just the powder form. Whenever I'm doing my makeup, it's hard for me to narrow down like what bronzer, what blush. So I love that this is a palette so that I have everything there. And I do like that I can mix the blushes and bronzers to get my perfect shade that I'm looking for. The last bronzer that I have been absolutely loving is from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This is their bronzed bombshell bronzer, and this is in the shade Miami Heat. I did pick up two shades. The original shade that I had was called Bronzed and Bougie, and that one was just a little too red for me, but this one, Miami Heat, she look a little light, but she's not. She's very neutral. It's very pigmented. This is my perfect everyday bronzer. And then I did get a contour shade called Chop It Like It's Hot in case I really wanted to like cut the cheeks. But really this year, I really wasn't into contouring. It was all about the bronze. This shade is literally so perfect. Those were all the bronzers that I was absolutely loving. So for me, those were just the creme de la creme bronzers that I tried, but these were the ones that were heavily in my rotation. So now let's get into blush. I feel like this was definitely the blush takeover. I didn't think we would have even more of a resurgence of blush. I was really into the Painted by Esther blush technique, and also Mona Leo's Glam with her pink blush under the eyes and on the nose. And I just was really into like a glowy blush, which I'm normally not a glowy blush type of girl. And out of all of them, I picked out about 6 blushes that I think were the very best for 2025. We're gonna start with the creams, and the first cream product that I was really loving if I wanted that perfect baby doll pink cheek. This is a blush from Doll Beauty. It's a UK brand, and this is in the shade Beach Please. On my cheek, it very much gives baby doll pink. It gives that like Kylie Jenner, Kim K flush of pink on my skin. So this was one that was heavily in my rotation. A little bit definitely goes a long way, like a teeny amount. You can build it up, but you really don't need to. This blush looks small, but it's very mighty. The next cream blush that I absolutely fell in love with is from another UK brand, which is Pink Honey, and this is in Watermelon Whirl. Now for me, I love a juicy terracotta pinky brown, and this is a Watermelon Whirl, so this is all of that in one. What I love about this is that you can use this under foundation or over powder. A little bit goes a long way, and this shade is perfect for every day. So when I'm looking for more of a neutral blush, or I'm not really sure which way I want to go, this is the blush I'm reaching for. And of course, we can't count out Miss DANESSA MYRICKS, because I'm sorry, this is still a top contender and it will always be. Now, this is in the shade Jubilee, and very much like Watermelon Whirl, this is a more neutral tone blush. Jubilee kind of runs more on that terracotta orangey side. You can also use this with cream or powder, so I love the versatility. These are also great on the lips. We can't count out Miss DANESSA MYRICKS when it comes to the blush department. Now for some affordable blushes, I did really fall in love with some powder blushes from the drugstore. We're going to start with these from L'Oreal. Now these are the L'Oreal Infallible line, and I'm sorry, they snapped with this Infallible line because this line is so pigmented. This is in the shade Daring Rosewood, so this is more of a natural like bronzy terracotta color. I really love this for every day. And then we have this beauty right here, which is actually a coral. I've really been into coral blush this year. This is in Fearless Coral, and separately they are both gorgeous on their own, but together they are a beautiful combo. And for glowy blush, I feel like I'm late to the game. I've actually never tried this product until 2025, and that is going to be the Milani Bake Luminous Blushes. This is in the shade Rose Dioro, and this is just a perfect nude glowy blush. You can literally put this on any blush that you have. Right now I don't have any glow on the cheek, so let me show you what this does. I'm just gonna take a blush brush and just tap into the product. And what I love about this is that it's so soft and forgiving, and it's so pretty. Look at that. So pretty. It is subtle, which I love, because sometimes I'm really not into like a highlighter, but this just gives that soft glow. You see the cheek? It's so pretty. The last blush product I have to talk about is a blush palette. This is going to be the NARS New Realm Holiday Blush Palette. NARS absolutely did their big one with this packaging. Oh my god. The packaging alone gives luxe, and then the inside, y'all. The inside is so beautiful. So I love that you have those terracotta shades, and you got a dark and a lighter pink blush. I feel like 2025, the year of the pink blush, just continued, and I feel like pink blush is definitely here to stay. So I was really tapping into my baby pink cheek era, and I do love that you get the matching blush toppers to go with it. So I really did enjoy this formula. Even though I got this towards the end of the year, I could not film this video without mentioning it. Now, when it comes to face powder, I really wasn't trying anything new. I did see that One Size came out with their new Boucle Silk Luminous powder, and I was tempted to buy it, but then I remembered, girl, you have this from Sephora collection, okay? This is the Sephora collection Micro Smooth powder. This is in the shade Deep Ebony, and I also can wear the shade Almond, and just using this all over the face gives a beautiful like satin finish to the face, especially using this foundation. Sometimes the face can look a little too matte, but this just brings that life back to the skin. I was dusting the dust off of this and utilizing her this year, and I fell in love with her. I feel like I'm really getting into more baked products like baked bronzer, baked blush. The UK girlies really have been on like a glowy blush and glowy bronzer, and I'm just tapping into it for the first time. I feel like it's a little bit harder when you have oily skin to find those products that work for you, but when you have a matte primer, a good foundation, and a good setting powder, you can literally make anything work. Speaking of a good setting powder, y'all know the One Size Ultimate Translucent Powder is my top #1 setting powder, okay? I love her down, but honestly, Glamlight really came through when it came to their Bake and Set powder. I really have been loving this powder down. This is in the shade Banana Cream Pie. I am wearing this on the face today, and as you can see, what pores. It's giving filter, it's giving blurred. When I saw this powder being used like on TikTok and different people trying it out, I didn't think I was gonna like it at all because it was giving very much dry under eye. But when I tried this powder, it was literally like magic on the face. This is definitely in my top 3 for powders, and it's affordable. So I really love this setting powder. Now, when it came to highlighters, there wasn't too many releases for highlighters, but again, when it comes to NARS, they just know what they're doing. And this was actually an Ulta exclusive. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Luminizing Powder, and this is in the shade Ophelia. This is like a beautiful bronzy champagne gold. It's so beautiful. I'm actually not wearing any highlighter on today, so I'm just gonna add a little bit on the nose just so y'all can see how beautiful it is. You don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. And if I could swim in this, I would literally drench myself in this color from head to toe because I love it that much. Now, when it came to eyeshadows, I really wasn't purchasing too many, but out of the eyeshadow palettes that I tried this year, there were only two that really stood out for me. One of them is a new launch and one of them is an older launch. So we're gonna start with the older launch, and that is going to be the Glamlight Wonka palette, okay? This one is so gorgeous. I really love the combination of the browns and the purples and blues. It's so pretty, and I just love the chocolate theme. Another Glamlight palette that I really liked as well was the Halloween 2 palette with the Michael Myers on it. That one is really good as well. And then the new product that actually did launch in 2025 was from an indie brand, and that is going to be the Singe Beauty Paisley Hoots eyeshadow palette. This palette is so versatile. I love that you have like those grungy warmer tones and this deep brown right here. The shimmers on here are absolutely gorgeous. Just look at this color story. I love that there is a variety of warm and cool tone. You get those lighter and dark tones as well. Angelica Nykovich is a YouTuber and she actually owns this brand. Her style of makeup is very much different from what I would do, but I love the color combinations of this. This was such a well curated eyeshadow palette, so I had to shout it out. I love the looks that I create with this. This was definitely the creme de la creme. The next products to really help my makeup stay in place are going to be these two setting sprays. We're going to start with the more affordable one, and that is going to be the L'Oreal Infallible. I'm telling y'all, the Infallible line is where it's at, okay? This is the 36-hour setting spray, and this is super matte. And honestly, having oily skin, it is extremely hard to find a drugstore, okay? A drugstore setting spray that really locks in the beats. I still haven't found a great drugstore primer, but this setting spray. Now for the more higher end product, it is definitely worth the coin, and that is going to be from Miss DANESSA MYRICKS, okay? This liquid blurring balm powder is the truth, okay? What I love about this is that you spray it all over your face and then you let it dry down a little bit and you press it in with your powder puff, airbrushed, okay? Literal airbrushed on your face. I am wearing this today, and as you can see, pores where, face is beat, looking like a filter, giving very much snatched, okay? I want to also include an honorary contender, and that is going to be the ABH Impeccable Setting Spray. Now that one is pretty much almost all gone because I really do love that. It's very blurring, very smoothing, and it's very refreshing. I really did enjoy that setting spray, but when it came to the best of the best, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give it to the L'Oreal and DANESSA MYRICKS setting sprays. So now we're on to the final category, and that is going to be lips. And y'all, I feel like this was the year of just pink. I really fell in love with this MAC lipstick, and this is like an OG shade, and I'm late to the party, but they came out with a JT lip kit and it had the shade Snob in it. I never tried Snob, and boy, what did I wait for? It is a beautiful pink color. This is what Snob looks like swatched on my skin. It is literally the prettiest baby pink. I am wearing this on the lips mixed in with Flesh Pot just to lighten it up a little bit, but it is such a cute pink shade, and I feel like with a brown lip liner you can't go wrong with it at all. I fear when it came to the lip category, I'm sorry y'all, Glamlight just ate it up, okay? She came through with so many different lip kits. The Douse DSL lip kit, this is so good if you're into a glossy pink lip, but if you're looking for something that is not like a three-step thing and you just want to put on a liner and gloss and go, this is the Glazed Donut lip kit. Ugh, Such a beautiful everyday lip kit. Also, they did come out with their Bratz collection, the xoxo lip kit. Gorgeous. That completes my 2025 beauty favorites. Let me know what made your list for 2025. And I still have a bunch of new products that I got towards the end of the year that I want to play with, so stay tuned for some new upcoming videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.